Welcome back. My name is Caleb Oliver and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about how to use a credit card. But before we get started, just comment the word down below, the phrase credit card, because that is the topic for today. Alright, let's get to it. So again, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the basics of how to use a credit card. And just before we get really into it, just click the like button please. Click subscribe and also click and leave a comment down below the word credit card because that's today's topic. So today I just want to give you some basic tips on how to use a credit card, and the overall goal of this video is just to explain it so everybody knows what to do. I know some people are worried, they don't know how to use a credit card, or they maybe never used a credit card before, they're scared about credit card debt and things. So I just want to make a basic video just so everybody can be up to speed and not worry about things like this, because there are benefits to using your credit card and I want to show you those. So let's get started. Number one here, our first tip is only spend what you have. So if you do not have it in cash, do not spend it. And this is so big when it comes to using your credit card. I'm going to give an example here. So if you go in a grocery store and your goal was to only spend $100 on groceries because you only have $100 in your pocket, then spend that. Just because you have a credit card and it has a $1,000 limit, do not run around the grocery store, oh, I'm balling and flossing in Walmart, $100 here, $200 there. You run the card up to $1,000 and then, but you only have $100 in your pocket and now you're in debt. Do not do that. If your goal was to only spend $100 and you only have $100 in your pocket, only spend that, because that's how you avoid getting into debt and that's how you avoid getting into issues with credit card. I'll probably end up saying this like 2 or 3 more times during the video, but this is a really big point in terms of how to use a credit card responsibly. Now we have number 2, and number 2 is pay every month. So you must pay off your credit card every month on time in full. Do not have any interest payments because that is a waste of money. Do not only pay the minimum payment because you will have an interest payment and that is a waste of money. And do not pay late because you get a late fee, and come on now, say it with me, that is a waste of money. Overall, if you're just disciplined, and I'm going to help you out with that in this video, when using your credit card, you won't have to worry about any of this. So let's go over that. If you pay an interest payment because you carried a balance, you're wasting money because you're giving your money to the banks. So how would an interest payment come? It would come if you carry over a balance. So let's go back to the other example. If you spent $100 in a grocery store, you charge your card, and then they send you this statement in a month and it says $100 charge. And then it says minimum payment, just pay us $25 and you'll be all set. If you listen to them and only pay $25, the remaining $75 plus interest goes in and then you're charged. So don't do that. That's why if you don't have it in your pocket, don't spend it. Instead of following what they want you to do and then you end up wasting money on interest, pay it off on time in full, the cash amount, and then you're all set. You won't have any issues. Also, do not pay it late, because if you pay it late, they put a late fee on you and then you're wasting more money, because the main goal of using your credit card is for it to benefit you. And if you mishandle it, you misuse it, and then it ends up using you. So that's not what you want. So keep that in mind. And one thing to keep that in mind to help you out is set your payments on auto pay. For example, I use the Chase app, and in the Chase app there is an auto pay option. So when it's time for my bill to be due, if I forget to pay or something like that, it will just automatically take the money out of my account and I'm all set. But on top of that, to make sure I'm not late, every week or so I like to go over my finances, I check in the app, make sure everything's good, and then if I see I spent something during the week, I just pay it off during that week. That way, I make sure it's taken care of. Number 3, do not exceed your credit limit. So in order to keep a good credit, in order to have good credit in terms of using a credit card, you have to do this the right way, a responsible way, which is only spending between 10% and 30% of your credit limit. If you go over 30%, it will look bad on the credit score, and then the people who create the credit score will make your score go down a bit, and those are things you just don't want. So, for example, if your credit limit is $1,000, you want to make sure you spend between $100, that's 10%, and $300, that's 30%. And realistically, the less you spend, the better. If it's at 30%, it's good credit. If it's at 10%, that brings it up to a higher level, near excellent level. So the less you spend, the better. So to clarify this, I'm going to leave a link down below to Credit Karma, and I'm also going to pop up a little infographic over here from Credit Karma that explains it just slightly better about the using 10%, using 30%. That way you know which range to use, or you know not to spend that much money so that it will look good on your credit score. And just in case you didn't know, Credit Karma is a site that helps monitor your credit, and it helps you with things like this. It gives you extra tips and tricks, so it'll help you out with not utilizing too much of your credit. Now we have some definitions here. I just want to give out these definitions so it will clarify the things I'm about to go over in point 4. And I'll also say I'm about to give some examples here of some credit cards, and I did my best to make sure everything was accurate, but by the time you see this video, things may change. Credit card companies can change the rules at any point they want to and update their website, so be sure to, you can even double check them if you want to, Google it, look at the links. I'm going to leave some links down below, that way you can make sure everything I said was correct and or see the updated versions. But here we go. The first definition is cashback. Cashback is money that a credit card will give you for using their card. It is a percentage of what you spend. So I'll give you a little example here. With the Chase Freedom Unlimited card, it has a 1.5% cash back on a purchase. So on a purchase of $100, that means the credit card will give you back $1.50 for that purchase. And as you scale that up, you make more money in the long run by just keep getting cash back on all your purchases. The next definition here is rewards points. It's similar to cash back. You can receive these points for a dollar amount spent. So for example, with the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, you get 60,000 points if you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months of getting the card. And that is worth $750 toward travel credit. So that's a little example of how rewards points work. Next, we have an annual fee. Now some cards have an annual fee you must pay every year just to have a card. So for example, the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, it's a $95 fee to have the card. I will suggest, if this is your first time signing up for a credit card or you don't use credit cards often, when you start off, just get a card that you don't have to pay for, because that starts you off on a little bit of a basic level. That's a good place to start. Then as you get more advanced, you can kind of level up. And even as I make this video, I believe I'm going to make a part 2 that kind of talks about more of the advanced sides. So if you think I should do that, leave a comment down below and say make a part 2. That way I get to go in a little bit more deeper to this. And our final definition, or second to final definition, is annual percentage rate of interest. So that's APR. And it stands for annual percentage rate of interest. And that is the interest that's charged to you if you carry a balance. Now, if you remember what we said earlier, we're not going to carry a balance, so we shouldn't have to worry about it. But just in case it happens, this is what happens. For example, on the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, there's 15.99% to 22.99% APR. That's really high. You do not want that charged on your card just because you carried a balance from one month to the next. Be sure to pay off your card in full every month, and you will not even have to worry about this. And here we go with our last definition. It is a sign-up bonus. A sign-up bonus is a special offer certain credit cards provide when you apply for their card. It's an incentive for you to sign up. So for example, with the Chase Freedom Unlimited card, if you spend $500 in the first 3 months, they will give you $200 in cash back. Now just a little point to remember here. Do not go out of your way to spend $500 just to make $200. You have to look at your budget, and if you know you will naturally spend $500 in 3 months, then go for it. But do not go out of your way to overspend, because you're just wasting money. And like we said earlier, we don't want to waste money. We want to use the card responsibly so the card works for us. We're not working for the card. Oh yes, and we also have one more definition. That is spending category. So that is a specific area where your credit card will reward you for spending. So for example, with the Discover It Chrome gas and restaurant card. At gas stations and restaurants, you get 2% cash back up to $1,000 each quarter, so every 3 months. And then you get 1% on the other purchases. So with cards like this, there are specific categories. So now let's get into it. We now have number 4. And number 4 is know the card's purpose. Every credit card is different, and you must know what the card is for. And buy things according to the card's purpose. That way you'll get the best out of that card. Some cards are general, and some cards are specific. And I'm going to give you a few examples here. The main thing to note is on general cards, you can use it on anything, and then you'll just get cash back or you get points on anything. Specific cards, you need to spend it in specific areas to get a specific amount of cash back. So let's get into it. An example of a general card is the Chase Freedom Unlimited card. That was my first credit card. I got it back in January 2019. And what they offer is a 1.5% cash back on any purchase. So you can purchase anything, there's no categories, no matter what, you're going to get 1.5% cash back. There's no annual fee, and then the sign-up bonus at the time, it used to be you get $150 for spending $500 in 3 months. So I knew I was going to spend $500 in 3 months. In fact, I got this card so I can buy my trip. I went to Peru back in 2019. I put a little fun picture up here. And that helped me pay for the trip a little bit. Now, $150 did not cover my whole trip, but it was good to put some of this extra little money into that trip so I was able to have some fun. So that's a point of having a credit card and getting the bonus points and rewards. You take those bonus points and rewards and then you put it to something fun you want to use, or you put it toward a bill. But you only get those points by using the card responsibly. And that's what I want to teach you all here today. Next, we have specific cards. So an example of a specific card is the Discover It Chrome Gas and Restaurants card. So it has spending categories. So at gas stations and restaurants, you get 2% cash back up to $1,000 each quarter. And what that means is it's best to use this card at these places. Certainly you can spend and use this card anywhere, but it's best to use them at gas stations and restaurants. That way you get your 2% cash back. Otherwise you just get 1% cash back. Also, this card has no annual fee, and instead of a sign-up bonus, the other perk or a perk that this card gives you is cash back match. So they will automatically match all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year. So different cards have different little perks. So before you sign up, you really want to see what a card offers to see if it will benefit you. Now, my year with this card hasn't ended yet, but I've predicted that I'm going to get somewhere between another $150 to $250 based on my spending habits. So that's good. And at the end of the year, when that comes around October, I'll put that to something else. Maybe another trip. Who knows? We'll see. Stay tuned. Overall, I want you to know it's simple to use a credit card. You just have to be disciplined, follow all the rules we talked about earlier, do not spend more than you have, and pay it off in full. And before we go, I'd like to leave you with a little tip that one of my favorite YouTubers, Graham Stephan, mentioned as he talks about debt and specifically using credit cards properly. He said that debt, good debt, or debt in general, is like fire. So when you use fire properly as a tool, it works well for you. You warm your house, you make food with it, it's good. Same thing with good debt. You get rewards points, you get benefits, it's a good thing. But if you use it the wrong way, use fire the wrong way, burns down your house, you get burns, you get injured, that's not good. Same thing with credit card debt and debt in general when you don't know how to use it properly. You get burned, you get injured, you get into debt, and it's just not good. So let's just follow the tips that are suggested with using the credit card, using it responsibly and staying disciplined, and you will not get burned with this fire. However, if you'd like to check out something about FIRE, you can click the video above. I did a video about FIRE, which stands for Financially Independent Retired Early. That's a separate topic. If you'd like to learn how you can retire by even maybe age 30, just click that video up there and that'll take you over there. That'll be really good to check out. Well, we're almost at the end, but before you click out, I'd just like you to click some of the links down in the description. I put a link down to the Chase Freedom Unlimited card and also to the Discover It Chrome Gas and Restaurant card. If you'd like to check those cards out, you can do that, learn more about it. You could even sign up through them through those links. Both of those are referral links, which just basically means if you sign up for it and get the card and everything, you'll get some extra cash back and or points, and I will as well. Just depends on what the fine print says, but I just want to let you know that just so it's out there. I highly recommend you check those cards out. They're both really good cards. And another link that's down there is the Audible link. I am an Amazon affiliate, and I'm here with Audible. I highly recommend that you use Audible. It's a great way for you to listen to audiobooks. You get to learn as you run daily errands or as you're just moving around in your daily life. You put the audiobook on and it just feels really good. So I am an Amazon affiliate. You sign up with that link. I will be compensated, but at no additional charge to you. So you can sign up for that if you like to. If you don't want to, that's okay as well. So thank you for watching all the way to the end. I really do appreciate it. Just before you click out, do click the like button, click subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. That way you'll get notified the moment I post a new video. And also comment the word down below credit card, because that's what we talked about today. But also feel free to comment whatever you want. Let's just get a conversation going so we can have some good positive energy around this video here. Alright, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.